Okay guys, we are back in the garden today and we are finishing up getting all of our weeds out of here. Look at them tulips just now starting to come out. We went from 85 degrees yesterday, make it 86, to 36 this morning. 50-degree difference. Welcome to Southwest Ohio. But today we're going to get a little bit of video footage in of me doing the cleanup here, getting ready for the spring. I've got some dogwoods, and I've got some hydrangeas that I got to trim back. I've got some hydrangeas over here I got to cut all the way back because they bloom on new wood. These are called oak leaf, and you can see all the weeds in my landscape. So I've got to trim all of these hydrangeas back, get them ready for this year. And then of course trim out my hibiscus, and then remove all of the leaves that I have gathered over the winter time. So yeah, let me know if you guys got a lot of spring cleanup to do, and when do you prepare to get ready for the season? I did all this yesterday and it looks so much better. So today I'm gonna just put the camera down and we're gonna work on some of this landscape here today. And again, let me know who's into flower gardening, getting things done for the season. And we'll just kind of set the camera right here. And I'm going to get my mattock here. I think that seems to be the easiest to get these weeds. And we're going to start getting some of these weeds out of here. I'm going to get my handy gloves on here. Is as you can see, these are blooming out of these are budding out of the ground right now. So let me get all these leaves out of here. So what you do is you want you a pair of good pruning shears. These are called agonic, I believe. But you don't want to use this on other stuff because you can cross-contaminate diseases and stuff that do these plants. So what you do is cut these down, but when you cut them, you're going to want to cut those at an angle. See the way I cut that? You don't want it straight across, you want it at an angle. And you can go fairly low to the ground because this is last year's growth. Sometimes they'll just pull right out. But typically I just snip them off right at the top of the ground. White balls on them, on the limelights and the pinnacle variety. And I love the red colors on these oak leaf variety. This one again, these four have been in the ground for quite a while now. I think we're into our third or fourth year of these. And I try to keep them trimmed back where they're not really taking over the landscape and getting real tall. I don't want that through here. I might get them a little bit hooked next year. But as you can see, they got pretty tall this year. I didn't seem to get the blooms that I would like to have seen this year. I don't know if we had too much shade in this area, But these seem to do pretty well in the shade, believe it or not. About to finish this one up, and then we'll move on over to the hibiscus. Trim it back, and that's where we'll finish up the video. But again, let me know what you guys do. What kind of plants do you put in your landscape? What do you like growing? What grows well, and where does it grow well? What side of the house? What kind of mulch you use? When do you fertilize? And we'll get into them kind of videos too. When to fertilize this stuff. Because that's coming up here pretty quick. That I'll have to get my first round of fertilizer in the ground for these perennials. Okay, we got that one turned back. I'll come back and get all the leaves out of there. All right, we'll move to the last thing here, and this is going to be your hibiscus. These are tough wood. You just usually cut these off at the bottom. This is last year right here. And this is 2 years ago, and this is last year. Again, try to cut it at an angle if you can. I almost need bigger trimming shears for this one. But I do try to go 4 to 6 inches off the ground when I cut it back. As you can see, the leaves pretty much took over. But once it starts blooming, it's beautiful. You that own hibiscus, you know, once they bloom, they got great big blooms on them. Very nice once they bloom. So that one's pretty much cut back now. And when this one gets new growth, it'll be pretty much right out of the ground. Get all the leaves away from this so I can show you. Yeah, it'll get new growth coming right out of the ground around this crown. And I'll even cut this back a little more to allow room for that new growth. But you can see that's pretty hard wood there. So there's your hibiscus. What we do with that. And I'll come back and get all these leaves cleaned up. So yeah. That's me in the landscape here doing a few things that needed to be done. We trimmed back all the oak leaf hydrangeas. They're down to the ground now. I've got to cut some of this other stuff back, get it ready for the spring. Got some stuff growing up here. This will get much bigger as it grows. And then we've got some cone flowers down through here that'll start coming up here very shortly. This will get much bigger. This will probably be rounded out to here time it gets fully grown. But yeah, as you can see, my tree is kind of bent over there. I'm gonna have to pull it, get another stake over here so I can pull it farther over to the left. But yeah, that's all we're gonna do for today. This is Dan. And this is Golden Years Backyard Landscape. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you garden. Do you flower garden, perennials? Well, I'm putting a lot of annuals in here as well. But we're going to go ahead and check out now. So share, like, subscribe, put any comments down there or questions you may have. I might be able to help you with certain plants. There's my little kitty cat's got his babies in that black thing there on my porch. Got 4 little baby kittens. One's kind of an orangish color, the rest are black and white. So there's the mama. And I'll be getting her fixed and the babies fixed as soon as she's done weaning them. So again, yeah, share, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I'll see you on the next gardening video.